What is up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the whimsically warlike Dr. Disaster, and the game journalists truly are in damage control mode when it comes to Insomniac's upcoming Wolverine rushing out to do whatever they can to save their masters in the AAA gaming industry.
Here I come to save the day.
A slew of articles have come out in the past few days defending Wolverine and using the quote from Insomniac's community and marketing director where he says of X that it is a place filled with toxic people being meanies. He said,
"It's a relentless onslaught that I cannot believe is good for anyone's mental health nor representative."
And articles like this one have taken that quote and run with it big time, refusing to engage with the majority of the complaints that people are aiming at the game. For example, if you read that line just below the headline, it says,
"First Marvel's Spider-Man 2 was too open world, now Marvel's Wolverine is too linear."
And my dude, while that is something that I have heard people complain about, the fact that Wolverine appears as a very linear game is a very small drop in a sea of complaints that people have about this game. Most commonly, people are just not happy with the writing that we have seen thus far, or a lot of the character designs like this one here, where Logan himself looks like the consummate soy boy.
What the hell is that?
Insomniac clearly wants to be seen as poor little victims who didn't do nothing, and the game journalists are happy to play into that narrative, but let's be real. This is a company that has used the anti-gamer consultancy agency Sweet Baby Inc. to consult on their games. In fact, many of us assume that the reason that so many character designs look stupid, and the reason that the story points that we have seen so far in the game look cringy and stupid as hell is because of Sweet Baby's influence. After all, take a look at this screenshot from a presentation being given by a Sweet Baby employee from years ago, and this jackass makes it clear with explicit language that they are there to burn the gaming industry down to the ground. Or look at this classic clip that I'm about to show you from the founder of Sweet Baby describing gamers as so-called picky babies because we aren't interested in the slopaganda that Sweet Baby and like-minded people want to crank out.
And the problem is that we don't just cater to them like, here's something that we think you'll enjoy. We cater to them the way that we cater to like a picky baby. We feed them the same thing that we know that they love, and we keep on feeding it. We're like, here you go, you love it, eat this, eat this, eat this, so that then when they get anything else, they react as a picky baby would, which is be like, whoa, no, thank you, I do not want this. And we've actually done this so long that what we're doing is creating an entire nation of picky babies, and they make us scared to deviate from what we actually want to do.
Get the fuck out of here!
Funny enough, there's a good reason gamers aren't interested in the work being done by these sorts of people, because they don't actually like the gaming hobby. So, Insomniac can miss me with this victimhood narrative. They know precisely who they were partnering up with on this game, and they knew precisely what kind of subversive shit that they wanted to make, which is why it has been circulating on social media that this person right here is one of the main writers of Wolverine, a woman who writes LGBT progressive crap in books for teenagers. So, you know what? I'm not interested in this shit. The game journalists and shrinking Sony fanboy community, they may like it, but we know what that makes them, don't we?
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you whack that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We just surpassed another subscriber milestone, so it's time to ask the burning question.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
We are now sitting at 214,000 space pirate a-holes, and as is the custom on this channel, with every 1,000 subscribers, I add a new ship to the fleet in order to house the new guys. This time, after watching the awful Lantern show yesterday, the Green Lantern franchise was on my mind, so I decided to go with the Interceptor from the Green Lantern animated series, which can be seen here. If anyone out there has recommendations for future ships, drop them into the comment section and I will add them to my long list. Super chats get bumped to the top of that list with the other super chats, and also, for your reference, I will be adding an alphabetized list of the ships already in the fleet into the description of the video. In any event, thanks for being here, folks. Your support really means a lot.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Anyhow, let's take a look into this writer for the Wolverine game that was recently revealed on social media. A bit of context shows you that this is hardly the first extremely questionable person that they have in charge of the story of Wolverine. This person here, for example, is Mary Kenny, a now former narrative director that was working on the game, and in this old article, you can see that she said,
There are so many LGBTQ developers, and we want what players want, to design experiences that tell the player we're here, we're important, and we belong. We need to pull every lever we have, characters, community support, mechanics, to make it so.
So yeah, this is someone who is clearly more interested in stupid, progressive agendas than they are in presenting a faithful representation of a character like Wolverine. This same person has vociferously defended Sweet Baby Inc. on social media as well, so that just tells you everything you need to know about this person. Anyhow, this here is the person whose credits as advanced writer of both Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine were picked up on and circulated on social media. As you can see, this Brittany Morris has written a few books, including a book called Slay. And if you look at this synopsis of the book, it tells you everything you need to know about this dog shit. It says, we are all different ages, genders, traditions, but tonight we all slay. Black Panther meets Ready Player One. A fierce teen game developer battles a real-life troll intent on ruining the Black Panther-inspired video game she created and the safe community it represents for black gamers. By day, 17-year-old Kiera Johnson is a college student and one of the only black kids at Jefferson Academy. By night, she joins hundreds of thousands of black gamers who duel worldwide in the secret online role-playing card game Slay. No one knows Kiera is the game developer, not even her boyfriend Malcolm, but when a teen in Kansas City is murdered over a dispute in the Slay world, the media labels it an exclusionist, racist hub for thugs. With threats coming from both inside and outside the game, Kiera must fight to save the safe space she's created, but can she protect Slay without losing herself?
Whatever. Who gives a shit?
One thing that's humorous to me, though, is that this story is actual cultural appropriation in the truest sense of the word. This is a story about black people being treated like pariahs by the media as they just try to escape into some video game, where we know that this is decidedly not a demographic that is picked on by the media. This is stolen valor because the gamer chuds that are usually attacked by the mainstream media, those are typically white dudes, and we all know it. That is how the chuds are always depicted. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think that might be about the wokest story I have ever heard. Every single line of that story's description describes something that came directly out of the fever dreams of Redditors and blue sky jackasses everywhere. It is literally a book about safe spaces, one of the most shockingly pathetic concepts I have ever heard. And let me just be perfectly blunt. Someone who wrote garbage tier slop like that has absolutely no business working on a project for a beloved character like Wolverine. I mean, just look at the sort of thing this ideologue likes on social media. This book here is called The White Guy Dies First, and below that original post you can see this Brittany Morris person saying that this is the coolest. Do you think someone like that is going to treat a character like Logan with any kind of reverence, or is she going to debase him at every opportunity? And look, these people know they can only get away with so much debasement. They can't be as blatant as they would like in ruining the character, in subverting him, but just look at that scene from the game, which people have been mocking relentlessly for the past few days, where Mystique shows up and saves Logan from a few people who are pointing machine guns at him. And keep in mind, of course, that he's this indestructible killing machine, but take a look at this again, and keep in mind as you watch it that Logan, who is basically immortal, at least when it comes to something like machine guns, he just sits in place and doesn't even move while getting saved by the whammon.
You gonna do this, or should I?
About time you caught up. Where's Sabretooth?
He's sleeping off his fight with a Mega Red.
This is the epitome of slopaganda. It is much more covert than it was back in the day, but it is right there in front of us, and I heartily recommend that you avoid this game and spread the word that it is a piece of shit. Anyhow, make sure to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. And if you're already subscribed, make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel. Lots of people tell me all the time they've been unwillingly unsubscribed, and also don't forget to follow me over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster 1. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your mockery and contempt for Insomniac and Wolverine into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching me, hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.